look at your bulletin, in the second page of Remembering Those with Special Needs, you find on the bottom half of that information about our CBF field personnel and others that we remember. And you also see a section that deals with news from field personnel. And I know that each one of you has read that every Sunday for the last several Sundays, because the theme of our CBF offering is right there: a beloved community. Beloved community. Beloved community can be right here at home. It can be someplace else dealing with refugees. It can be any place. And that is the theme for our offering this time. We're going to show you just in a moment an overview of the offering for this year. And it features some places, one in Danville, Virginia, one in the Research Triangle in North Carolina, and then in Uganda, different places in the world. So watch this just a minute, and then we'll have more to say.
Beloved community starts with welcoming one person home.
We are cultivating beloved community by connecting people who are different from one another, and we're putting those people together to realize that when the city thrives, we all thrive.
The gospel compels us to bring about a transformation in people's lives and into the communities, because all people in all communities have a contribution to make.
When you give to CBF Global Missions, you welcome refugees. You care for immigrants. You seek justice for people who are marginalized and oppressed. You are building beloved community around the world.
We continue to look for ways that will seek to be that beloved community to those who spent literally years on the refugee highway, unable to work, far away from family, but now they're starting to experience family by adoption.
Churches do have an opportunity to minister, even by just simply reaching out in love and walking alongside of refugee families that are in the United States or wherever.
Christ would have us to be welcoming and to be community, because if people can't find the community inside the church, then I don't know where else they're going to go.
This work of creating beloved community is work we must do together, and it doesn't happen without you. How will you welcome one person home? Give to the offering for global missions.
The offering for global mission may not be the only important thing we do here at Living Faith. We do many important things, but it is inarguably the most far-reaching thing that we do. For places all over the world, there are CBF field personnel. Now, I use the word field personnel, and some of you may not know that term. It is our term for missionary. We use that term for this one reason. There are places where we have field personnel where the word missionary is not a welcome word. It caused great trouble for the field personnel who are there and for others. So we decided that rather than try to figure out where we may say missionary and where we may not say missionary, we'll just call all of them field personnel. The offering for global mission provides enough money, hopefully, to keep field personnel on the field wherever they are, whether they're right here in Kentucky, Scarlett, Jasper, and some of you will be going in just a few days down to take the shoeboxes down to Scarlett. But all our field personnel are funded as far as they're being on the field. The expenses are paid by this offering, so you see how very important it is. You are very important to them. I want you to meet one particular person who has been impacted in Danville, Virginia by work of our field personnel there. Please watch this story about Bruce.
I ended up in Danville homeless, and I lived under a house for about, 6 months. Matt, from Grace's name, would come around and bring lunches around, and he actually would stop and talk. I kept wondering why this nice guy was coming around, hanging around with 2 old drunks. He kept inviting me to Grace's name, and I wouldn't go because I was drinking all the time. And I finally told him, I would go if he would be quiet about it. The first time that I went to Grace and Maine, I felt like I was welcome and that I mattered. From my experience with my addiction with alcohol, I needed somebody just to be my friend and to care. I was surrounded by people that encouraged me. It's like my whole life has been transformed in the last 5 years. I have a place that I don't have to worry about sleeping under the bridge or whatever. I'm buying a car, I got 2 jobs. The farm is coming along really well. But all of it was made possible from getting sober, and I never wanted to be sober in my life. So my time is devoted to Third Chance Ministries, which is an extension of Grace and Maine. We help people. We help feed people, we help shelter people, we have 4 or 5 hospitality houses around town. I'm grateful for everything that I've got, and I think I've been very blessed. With God's grace, I feel like He put me in the right place at the right time with the right people to help.
As you watched that video, did you notice how the pronoun changed from they to we? Bruce found beloved community there in Danville, Virginia, because you have given to keep our field personnel there. You'll have the opportunity to hear stories about and see stories about others of our field personnel for the next several Sundays. So be here. And you'll also be getting some more handouts. You get all kinds of stuff in your bulletins, so get ready for it. You have one today. In fact, you see Bruce's picture right there. He's one of the featured people inside this bulletin handout that you had. Roy already told you that our goal is $4,000. $4,000. Wonder how far that will go in keeping our field personnel on the field. What can you do in all the different ways you have to spend your money this year? What can you do to keep community, beloved community, going in all parts of the world? Thank you.